Hello folks, today I am going to review the Realme GT8 Pro, a phone from Realme which is their flagship device with a flagship pricing. Let's find out how flagship it really is, so make sure to watch till the end to find out. In the box you will get the device, a 120-watt adapter, a Type-C cable, a good quality case, a SIM ejector pin and a small screwdriver with some screws to change or remove its camera layout, which is a cool concept. Let's start with the design. The rear camera has an Oreo style circular camera layout and you can remove it with screwdriver provided in the box and try other camera layouts by going different layouts. The leather back on the device doesn't catch dirt or fingerprint smudges and the leather backside is not easy to scratch during the daily use. The leather back feels premium and has a texture on it. The build quality of the device is solid with metal frames, antenna lines. Leather back feels premium. The device feels solid and grips well in hand, and you will feel that you are holding a premium device. It is 8.3 mm thick and weighs around 250 grams. The weight distribution could have been better. It feels a little bulky in hand. It comes with IP69 water and dust resistance. Now let's look at the display. It has a 6.8 inches 2K BOE HDR10 Plus AMOLED display with an 144Hz refresh rate, and it is fairly bright in direct sunlight with 200 nits HBM brightness. It has an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor which works well. Its positioning is perfect for the thumb reach. It's an LTPS display, that's a bad thing. It should have been an LTPO display to get some more battery backup. The content watching experience on it is really good and the device is usable with one hand, but you can't touch the corners with single hand comfortably. It supports wideband L1 and supports up to 4K HDR playback on YouTube. Gorilla Glass 7 eye protection is on the device, but it is not a flagship level protection. Could have been better with Gorilla Glass Victus 2. Now let's talk about the software. The Realme GT8 Pro comes with a Realme UI 7.0 with Android 16 out of the box. The UI feels smooth with no lags or stutters, animation, app switching, everything feels fast. It's get even better with updates. It feels smoother and faster. Proper flagship level experience in app closing and overall UI smoothness. It comes with 5 bloatwares: Instagram, Netflix, Snapchat, Facebook and Spotify. They can be easily uninstalled. Brand promises 4 years of Android upgrades, 5 years of security updates. It also comes with Mindspace, useful for saving screen content and text extraction. It doesn't have a physical key, but when you take a screenshot, it shows an option to add it to the Mindspace, so you can do it that way. It comes with the multiple AI features and device connects for easy transfer to macOS, iOS and Windows. Now let's check audio haptics and connectivity. It comes with dual stereo speakers with speaker grills at the top and bottom. They are clear, crisp and loud, and the sound quality remains intact at high volumes. Call quality, it comes with Realme dialer with AI features like call summary and translation. Call quality is excellent, supports VO 5G, supports dual nano SIM or 1 nano SIM plus 1 eSIM. The haptics on the Realme GT8 Pro gives good feedback. The device comes with an X-axis linear motor for haptics, and it has gotten better with updates. It is well integrated into the UI like adjusting volume, screen brightness, scrolling in app drawer and setting space. This is one thing I can say Realme improved a lot with updates. You can customize its intensity and change the way haptics behave, like crisp or gentle. An IR blaster is present at the top of the device and it works fine. I tested Geo 5G on the GT8 Pro, which works perfectly outdoors and indoors. The Realme GT8 Pro comes with Wi-Fi 7, NFC, Bluetooth version 6.0 and LHDC 5.0 support. Now let's take a look at the performance, which is concerning thing. Please note that all the test was done at room temperature without AC. The device is equipped with the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 with LPDDR5X RAM and UFS 4.1 flagship specs, right? In the Antutu benchmark, it scores 3.9 million, almost 4 million, and the temperature rose to 45 degrees while the battery dropped by 6%. In the 30 minutes throttling test, it throttles to 69% and the temperature was around 37 degrees. In the Geekbench CPU single core, it scores 3650. In CPU multicore, it scored around 11,000. In Geekbench GPU, it scores around 25,000. Impressive, right? Everything looks fine in performance, but hold on. In the 3D Marks test, the loop scores were okay, but the stability was below 35% in extreme stress test, which is concerning. Thermals were not under control, it touched 50 degrees Celsius, and the real world performance reflects the same. Wait for the gaming insight, you will see it coming. The device reached 50% after extreme stress test and even showed a pop-up saying the phone is too hot and use it after 2 minutes. RAM management is good and works perfectly while using day-to-day apps, and it even works well on heavy apps too. It has to because it has flagship hardware, but stability is not good and thermals are still not good even after updates. There is little bit of improvement in thermals, but stability is still not improved. Okay, now let's go to the gaming department of the device. Okay, now let's go to the gaming department of the device. Please note all the gaming was done at room temperature without AC or fan. I played continuously for 3 hours including Wuthering Waves, Genshin Impact, PUBG and COD Mobile. The max temperature it touched was 45 degrees Celsius and the battery dropped by 40%. In heavy games like Wuthering Waves and Genshin Impact, in the starting 10 minutes everything was fine at 60 FPS, but then after the 10 minutes the FPS was dropped down to 45 FPS and there was lags and stutters especially in combat scene, though slightly better compared to earlier. In lighter games like BGMI and COD Mobile were smooth and stable most of this time, but in BGMI I have noticed one thing. After one battle royale match, the FPS dropped from 120 FPS to 90 FPS, which I didn't expect at all in a flagship device. Highest setting available for games Genshin Impact, you will get max graphics at highest 30 FPS, max frame rates you will get 60 FPS. In Wuthering Waves, you will max graphics, you will get quality, high resolution, high 30 FPS, max frame rate, you will get custom resolution, ultra high 60 FPS. In PUBG, you will get max graphics, ultra HDR plus ultra 40 FPS, and max frame rate, you will get smooth plus extreme 120 FPS. In Call of Duty max graphics, you will get max plus max 60 FPS, max frame rate, you will get medium plus ultra 120 fps. All these games support these settings natively. Now let's move on to the battery department, which is a 7000 mAh battery with 120 watt charging brick in the box. It charges the device from 1% to 100% in 42 minutes, pretty fast. After the full charge, it provides me an SOT of 10 hours 20 minutes over 2 days of moderate usage, which includes 2 hours of gaming, all on 5G. If you use it heavily, it can provide 1 day of battery backup. In normal usage, you can get up to 2 days of battery backup. It supports bypass charging and has no wireless charging, a very bad thing. It has USB 2.0 port, which is not acceptable at this price at all. Now let's check the camera. Realme GT 8 Pro comes with a main 50MP OIS Sony IMX906 sensor and 200MP Samsung HP5 telephoto camera with 3x optical zoom and a 50MP ultra-wide sensor. On the front you get 32MP selfie camera. The main sensor images look close to natural in colors. Retouch mode, the picture looks a little dull and it wash out colors. Retouch mode has different options to click pictures with lot of customization. If you know more about photography like adjusting light, saturation, aperture, you can get better pictures. It has different modes like standard mode, positive mode, negative mode, black and white mode, high contrast black and white for more details and sharpness. The telephoto sensor works well here. Up to 20x pictures are good and usable, and it can zoom up to 120x. The ultra-wide sensor is also working well. Close-up macro shots, and the camera shows move further when you try to click close-up macro shots, which means it doesn't do good work in macros. The rear camera can record up to 8K 30 fps and in 4K up to 120 fps with HDR Dolby Vision support. And the front camera can record up to 4K 60 fps. The camera has improved a little bit with updates. Pictures from the main sensors now look more natural. There are some refinements in the telephoto as well. Talking about the conclusion, the Realme GT 8 Pro is a good try by Realme to make a flagship device, but the pricing is really bad. They still need to fix things like stability, thermals and FPS drops while gaming. I have also experienced its predecessor, the GT 7 Pro, which had similar problems with stability and thermals. It looks like Realme should work on optimization and tuning to provide more stable performance, better thermals and consistent FPS. It is performing worse than OnePlus 15R, which is priced way lesser than this and a mid-ranger device OnePlus 15R. I hope Realme takes this as a positive criticism and does better in the future or in its successor the GT9 Pro. The camera still has scope for improvement and Realme has done some cost cutting with this device too, like not providing LTO panel and no USB 3.2 Gen 1 or Gen 2 port, which should be present in a flagship device. One thing Realme has improved a lot is the software experience. It feels more polished and smoother and the haptics are now better. What I would say is that device looks and feels like a flagship but it doesn't perform like a flagship device in heavy and intensive tasks. However, for look, feel and the day-to-day uses it does really well. But it's very hard to recommend the Realme GT8 Pro at the 73,000. In future, if it gets a price drop to around 60k, then you can think about this. So that's it for the video. Thanks for watching till the very end. I hope you like this review, and to get more content like this you can hit the subscribe button. It's absolutely free bro, and it motivates me to make more better content for you. Please make sure to share it with your family and friends. See you soon. Subscribe now.